Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending, Hacker Halted 2021 with us this year. I'm Brandon D. Smith. I'm one of the training coordinators here for EC Council North America. I have the great opportunity to present, KRISTINA, who's going to be coming in doing a talk with us today. Very great, and welcome her, and I'm sure she'll do a great job for us. KRISTINA's a cybersecurity analyst for Santara Healthcare and an industry speaker. KRISTINA is a strong believer in giving back to the community. She volunteers in her spare time for conferences and technology events. Today she's sharing a story on how giving back to the community can positively affect your life and the lives of others. So, KRISTINA, it's all yours.
All right. Let me see. You said there will be a button to share on my screen.
There you go. That should get you all squared away.
All right. Let me see. All right, can you guys see my presentation? Oh, went away. Well, I hope you can see my presentation. I hope you can see my slides. Or not. It's going back and forth.
Looking good on our end, KRISTINA. You're all set.
You can see my slides?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I don't see my slides. One sec. Okay, here it is. So hi, I'm sorry, technical problems. Good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you are, whatever time of the day for you. My name is KRASNOLOBOVA, and today I'm going to tell you the story how giving back to community can change your life. Oops. Before we jump into the topic, I would like to introduce myself. By the second slide, you'll probably already notice that I have an accent. I'm originally from Russia. I've been born and raised there. I moved to US about 10 years ago, currently working as a cybersecurity analyst for Santara Healthcare. Besides being passionate about anything tech related, I also love spending my time outdoors, fishing, hiking, kayaking, pretty much anything outdoors related. Sign me up for it. This picture was taken last year. We hiked Appalachian Trail in Shenandoah Valley. It was wonderful. What else about me? In the next few days, I will be celebrating 2 months since becoming mom for the very first time. My little boy contributed to this presentation by listening me practicing and doing the test drive. He also contributed for me being tired. So if I slow down or fall asleep during presentation, please hoot and holler and wake me up. Another big part of my life is volunteering. I'm very passionate about volunteering, and this is why I decided to talk about volunteering and giving back to community today. And I hope at the end of this presentation, I either spark your interest to look into volunteering or jump into that opportunity to volunteer and give back to community. Today we are going to go over a few things. I'm going to tell you my story and how volunteering positively affected my life in many aspects. I'm going to show you the benefits of volunteering, and possibly we'll discuss some cons of volunteering. I'll share with you information where and how find volunteer opportunities. I'll do some parting tips. And at the end of this presentation, I have few volunteer trivia questions for you. And we'll have approximately 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes for Q&A. So my story. As I mentioned before, I am from Russia. I first traveled to US to see US when I was 18 and permanently moved to United States about 10 years ago. I put the picture of Moscow during the winter time because a lot of movies depict Russia as like cold and gray. So I decided to go with the trend. But actually, Russia not cold and gray. We have most places have 4 seasons. So if you have opportunity to travel and see Russia, I highly recommend. It's a beautiful country. Back to my story. I came to America. I decided to pursue computer science degree, master's in computer science. And but being a foreigner, being brand new here in the country, I didn't have much friends or family here. I didn't know anything about the US tech community, and I felt a little bit detached from the community and isolated. So I was looking for opportunity to connect with community and just to see what it is all about and how is it different from Russian tech community if it is different. I made some friends through the school, and we start going to different local tech events, diversity events. One of the events that I have attended, I was looking for volunteers for local conference, Revolution Conf, and I decided, well, that might be a great opportunity for me to meet new people and see what that DevOps community here locally in Hampton Roads looks like. During this 2 days event, I realized that volunteering is so much fun. There's so much energy. There's so many positive emotions, and it's just great to give back to community, and you receive that feedback of positivity. And I decided that's something that I want to do probably the rest of my life. During those 2 days of the conference, I was tired at the end of the day, but I felt like I accomplished something. I was part of something greater than just myself. I helped to organize this event, contribute to organizing and make this event happen for the community. And it just felt right. And my body was just full of endorphins, and it was something that I was missing and something that I needed. Later on, I went on volunteering on a multiple events and conferences. Those are the few that I volunteered in the past. All Things Open, B-Sides, Nova, Notebooks Day, Revolution Conf. Some of them I volunteered multiple years in a row. Preparing this presentation, I realized that I don't have many pictures of me volunteering, but those are the few that's really important and stand out to me. This is an event that was put locally by Norfolk JS community, Hampton Roads community, for the kids, absolutely at no cost for the kids to attend, to build the bots in a battle. And let me tell you, volunteering for adults events is great, very rewarding, but seeing those happy faces on the kids' happy faces and how they get excited about building the bots and battling, and they just laughing and have so much good time, and that makes every minute of your time spent worth it, and every drop of your energy totally worth it. If you are into Notebots and you are local to Hampton Roads, check out Norfolk JS webpage. If you are into Notebots but you're somewhere else in the country or outside the country, check out Notebots site. They have a lot of meetup information. All right, sip of coffee break. So all this happening and volunteering, I love it. But what some of the changes that volunteering, giving back to community brought into my life? I went from having just knowing barely anyone in the United States, just a few people and few friends, to creating meaningful connections with lots of people throughout the country. My self-esteem went from type of like, I don't know if I can, maybe I shouldn't, am I worth it, to I can do it, I got this, I'm worth it, I can contribute, and I can do it good, and I can help others, and in return that makes me feel great about myself and what I do with my life. And some of the other benefits of volunteering is skills. I had opportunity to polish my communication skills, some technical skills, pretty much various skills depending on the job and task I did. But not only polishing existing skills, you have opportunity to learn something new and acquire new skills. The most amazing thing happened in my life throughout the volunteering is finding B-Sides Nova family. I volunteered with B-Sides, I started volunteering with B-Sides Nova several years in a row. They tried to get rid of me, but I just stuck around, and they had no choice but promote me to being co-organizers. Just kidding. They didn't try to get rid of me. But we all had a good time, and I was just felt like I'm in the right place with the right people. I want to be more involved, and I'm very thankful for opportunity to be a co-organizer of B-Sides Nova. Those are the pictures from event this year. That was virtual, and yeah, it just felt so great, and I'm so thankful to be part of B-Sides Nova family and be able to deliver this event to our great tech community. All right, this is end of my story. Now I wanted to share with you what some of the benefits are of volunteering. So in the next few slides, we're gonna go over the benefits. But keep in mind that the first and the most important thing about volunteering is about giving back to community. It's not about self-benefit, but about giving back and making change into someone else's life. Those are the benefits all listed here, but we're going to go one by one and break them down a little, see what they're all about. Provide sense of community. As I mentioned in my story, when I came to US, I felt detached. I didn't have a sense of belonging to the community. Volunteering is very engaging. You find them mind-like people, and you fell into the right place, and it felt like a big warm hug from the tech community. It was very welcoming. Provides opportunity to network and create meaningful connections. Besides you volunteering and making those business transactions, business connections, you have opportunity to find the true friends, mind-like people, people to collaborate and collaborate on a project. You have a lot of opportunity to network and grow your network circle. Sharpen existing skills or acquire new ones. at the very minimum, you have opportunity at every single volunteering event that you do or contribute to. You have opportunity to sharpen your communication skills. But besides that, I'm almost certain you'll walk away with learning something new or acquiring new skill. For example, this year, besides Nova went virtual, and we use Excel event platform. Some of us did not know how to use that platform, including me. But at the end of the event, I can say that I feel comfortable using this platform. And if I ever need to use that platform again, I'll be just, I got it. I know how to use it, no problem. And that's happens through the most of the events that you volunteer. You'll find yourself picking up new skill or learning something new. Job prospects and experience for resume. This is another benefit of giving back to community and volunteering. You depending on what kind of volunteer work you do, you might meet people who become your employer, or they might advise you, give you career advice, or maybe point you to the right direction, who can hire you or give you the dream job. Along with job prospects, you have that experience. Every volunteering project that you do is a gaining of experience. This experience can be put on resume. According to Deloitte Impact Survey, about 82% of people who involved into the direct or indirect hiring process, they want to see those skill-based volunteering experience on your resume. If you are new to the job market, you're fresh out of the college, some of you maybe, and you don't have any experience. And here's the catch-22. The companies want you to have experience, but sometimes they're not willing to give you that experience. Well, volunteering is a good way to acquire that experience and put that on the resume. When you volunteer, you might be running the cables, or I don't know, setting up the routers, or learning some software, or prepping the laptops for the Notebots Day event. This is all experience. It could be technical skills. It could be also you gaining experience polishing your soft skills. This is all experience that could be put into your resume, and it looks great. One of the things to keep in mind, if you're volunteering at the conference, there's a lot of vendors. Vendors looking for to share knowledge about themselves, but they possibly hiring. And most of companies do want to hire active people who are active in the community, seeing that you volunteer and you're willing to give, and you're not just 9 to 5 and done. You want to be involved in the community. Gives you a little bit that I think benefit over people who aren't doing that. And who aren't contributing and don't want to be as involved as you are. So this is another benefit of volunteering. All right, this is a great dog. Smiley dog, coffee, let's take a break. Improve self-esteem. I did mention how it helped me to improve self-esteem. Because I came to America, I was self-conscious about my accent, understanding people, or expressing my thoughts on a foreign language. volunteering and communicating with people improved my language, improved my self-esteem, and made me feel like I can do this, I got this. So in being part of a bigger project and helping this project to realize and accomplish this project, you will see the fruits of your labor, and this naturally improves your self-esteem. You will be able to collaborate and see the results of your work. All right, well-being benefits. It is proven that people who communicate with other people, who are involved in the community, live longer, live healthier lifestyle, and this could help you battle effects of maybe anger or anxiety, possible stress. Every volunteer event that I have attended usually filled with positive emotions, and you just feel like it's charging you up, and you give to community, but at the same time and giving you back just as much as or even more than you give to the community. So it's very healthy and very very good for you to volunteer. All right, and last but not least is volunteering is a lot of fun. You're not just there to do the work, you're there to meet new people, share your experience, share your emotions. I don't have any pictures, but if you saw some of the pictures that I shared, I smile in every single picture that is there. It's volunteering, fun-filled, laughter-filled experience usually. All right, what are some possible cons? I truly believe there's no cons to volunteering. If you think otherwise, let's chat, bring it up to the table, we'll see what you think. But few of the things to be on lookout for is don't expect to be paid or don't expect to get materialistic things when you volunteer. For example, if you are volunteering at the conference, I keep bringing conference back to the conversation because I did a lot of volunteering in the conferences. Don't expect get that swag, get that T-shirt or sunglasses or whatever the conference is providing. Most likely you will get it, but don't come into the volunteering with the sense that, okay, I'm gonna get this, I should get this. No. You there for the community, and if something gets your way, like free T-shirt, I mean, it's great, but don't expect it. Depending on the job, it could be very time demanding. Make sure you know what you're signing up for, and don't bite more than you can chew. And if you think this project might be too big or you don't know how to complete that project, make sure you talk to the organizers of event or your managers of the volunteering group. If you don't know how to complete the task, maybe they're willing to teach you, or if not, maybe they'll give you some smaller tasks to do. And last but not least, expect unexpected and be willing to adapt. Because it's not, it is put by volunteers, some things get canceled, some volunteers might not show up, which is not a good thing. Never do that. If you are volunteering, if you are committed, please follow through. But you might be volunteering at the conference that is scheduled to be end at 5 p.m., but be fully prepared to stay past 5 and help and be flexible and adapt to the situation. All right. I don't know if there's certain a way of put the volunteer work into the buckets or separate them, but this is how I view volunteer work. I divided in two groups. The ongoing basis volunteering, such as long-term commitment, for example, mentoring someone for a duration of a year, or project-based, such as volunteering for the duration of the conference, 2 days, 3 days, or a week, however long. How to find volunteering opportunities. There's dedicated sites to match you with the right volunteering opportunities, such as Catch a Fire. You can blast social media, and you can blast the message on your social media, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, whichever you're using, and let them know, hey, I want to give back to community, I want to volunteer. If you know any opportunity, please let me know. You can look into projects and events that you already know. For example, event you're attending today, Hacker Halted. Or you can ask someone who's already involved. All right, this is the few volunteering opportunities that are currently open that you can look into. I know All Things Open event happening next week. I personally volunteer at that conference. That conference takes place in Raleigh, North Carolina. I volunteer with them several years. Absolutely great event to volunteer, great group of people. If you are into volunteering, you want a long-term commitment volunteer opportunities, look into Women's Society of Cyber Jitsu. They always accept volunteers. And today's event, Hacker Halted. Hacker Halted actually supported by volunteers when they run in-person event. This year it's virtual, but next year or years to come, if it is in person and you want to contribute, their volunteers do various work like selling merchandise, timing talks, wrangling speakers. If you want to volunteer with them, reach out to this email address. Some parting tips that I wanted to share with you. Do your research before you volunteer. Make sure you find the right opportunity for you to volunteer so you can do a good job at it. Don't bite more than you can chew. I already said that in a few slides back, but I want to repeat it again. Maybe you're so excited, I want to try this volunteer thing. Hopefully I inspired you a little bit or get you interested in volunteering. You want to I want to volunteer here and there. Make sure you pace yourself. Don't sign up for too many projects. When you volunteer, when you're giving back to community, make sure you follow through because people will rely on you. It's not like the job where they can fire you. It's all good faith and your willingness to help base type of scenario. So when you promise something and not deliver, it potentially can ruin the event or fail the project. Be passionate about your work. It's so great to see the volunteers who are not just there to do minimal work. They actually want to make change in the community. So find your volunteering opportunity that you will be passionate about. That's my advice. And don't conduct volunteering work simply for your own benefit. I have already said it, but I want to repeat it. Volunteering and giving back to community is about giving back to community. It's not about yourself, although you do receive a lot of positive back from the work you do, but it is about giving to the community. And now is the bonus trivia time. I was looking for statistics about volunteering, and unfortunately, the freshest data that I was able to find on the labor statistics is 2015. So if you are volunteering or you're going to volunteer or want to try yourself in volunteering, about 25% of Americans volunteer. It is pretty good number, roughly 62 million Americans. I mean, we can always do better, but it is pretty good number. Now, few questions. Who do you think volunteering more, married or someone who never been married? And you can post in the chat, or you are free to keep answer to yourself. I'll give you a minute to think about, have a sip of coffee. All right. And married people turn out to be volunteering more often than non-married people. Who would have thought? And another question, who do you think volunteering more often, employed or unemployed? Give you a minute to think. All right, employed people, although they are already busy and they are employed and they have job, they do tend to volunteer more often. All right, next question. Which state has the highest percentage of volunteers according to CNCS? 50 states, 50 choices. What would be your guess? All right, 51% of population in Utah volunteer. This is very good number. I think we all should strive to volunteer and give back more to community. And it's just great to see there are so many people volunteer. It's more than a half. And one last question, but I'm not going to give you an answer to that question. You have opportunity to win something from me. I'll send you something from Virginia Beach. If you got the answer right, how many, what percent of people volunteer according to CNCS? How many people in Georgia volunteer? If you know the answer or you know the Google foo, go ahead and find me on Twitter, direct message me the answer. And the first person who's going to get the right answer will get the gift from me. All right. I did share with you the story on how volunteering and giving back to community positively affected my life, changed my life. I came to America, I didn't know anyone. I was able, through volunteering, grow my network, social networking circle. I found my B-Sides Nova family. I improved my self-esteem, gained new skills. I hope I was able to spark the interest or maybe give you the tools to find a right volunteering opportunity for you, and maybe you will start volunteering and see how volunteering can affect your life in a positive way. I wanted to thank you all for joining this presentation and listening to me. I want to thank Hacker Halted organizers and sponsors. This is very great. They were able to pull this event and make it absolutely at no cost for attendees. Thank you, everyone. And if you have any questions, now is a good time to ask, or if you don't want to ask right now, you can always reach out to me in Twitter or LinkedIn. I am Russian, but I'm very friendly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christina. That was a great, amazing talk. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions, feel free if you'd like to plug them in the chat box for us here. I'm sure Christina will be happy to answer.
All right, looks like we don't have any questions. I still thank everyone for joining, and feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to connect with me if you want to talk about volunteering or pretty much anything else. If you want to learn something from me or collaborate, I'm willing to connect with you.
All right, thank you very much, Christina, again. And yeah, everyone have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.